Welcome to week 2 of Lisk Speedrun Challenge. I'm excited to walk you through building a front end that connects to the smart contracts you deployed and verify in week 1. Let's go. Before we begin, make sure you have complete week 1 and have deployed your tokens and your NFT contracts. So this tutorial it builds directly on top of week 1. So we're gonna do a React front end that connects to those existing contracts and let user interact with them through their Web3 wallet. Let's take a look here in our NFT contracts. We already have verified it. As you can see the source code here and the tokens also verified it. So we will dive deeper into understanding how this Web3 front-end development works, and you will also learn about scaffold Lisk hooks, the architecture of Web3 application, and by the end of this tutorial, you will have a fully functional dApps with wallet connects, token transfers, NFT minting, and deployed it on Vercel. And most importantly, is also to understand what's the purpose of every single piece of code that we put in. So let's get started. All right, since we already complete week 1, we will use our existing scaffold list project. So make sure we have our contract addresses ready from week 1, which is the my tokens and my NFT contract addresses that are already deployed and verified on Lisk SEA. Alright, your scaffoldless environment is already set up with the Next.js for front-end development, also included as the Rainbow Kit for the wallet connections, and Hard Hat for your deployed contract. So let's start our development server. All right, your development environment is quite ready, and we can see if it's already configured with the Lisk SEA from week 1 is in our target networks. And now let's connect our contracts to the front end. All right, excellent. Now let's test our wallet integration. So the wallet should already be configured with Lisk SEA from week 1, and the scaffold list come reconfigured with Rainbow Kit for wallet connection. Let's connect wallet right here on top right. I'm choosing MetaMask. All right. So you should see your wallet address, your ETH balance from the faucet last week. If you still haven't got it, just click on the super chain faucet. I've already signed in with my email and link with my GitHub. If your connected wallet doesn't have the on-chain identity like I do, no worries. Just choose your chain, finish the captcha, and then you can claim. All right, before we start coding, it's crucial to understand how the Web3 front-end development works. So let me show you the architecture that we'll be working with. So here's how the data flows in our apps. So your deployed contract lives on the Lisk SEA blockchain, and our RPC provider like Alchemy connect us with the blockchain. And then we have the WebMe hooks handles the low-level blockchain interactions like reading and writing data on the blockchain. And then we have the scaffold Lisk hook that wrapped the WebMe hooks with a more developer-friendly features. And finally, we have our React components that display the data in a beautiful UI. Yeah, so the magic happens with the hooks. So instead of manually managing contract APIs, addresses, and complex blockchain calls, so use scaffold contract reads automatically find your contract from the deployment files and providing TypeScript safety, which watches your real-time blockchain changes, and also handling all the error stages and the loading stages. And we have use scaffold contract right, which handles all the contract interactions, which manage all the transactions lifecycle. Then it will show users the notification automatically of the successful and the errors, and it also validates the network connections and providing the loading states and also the gas estimation. So what are the benefits and why should we use these hooks? So the benefit of these hooks mean you can focusing on more into building a better user experience instead of wrestling with blockchain complexity. So let's put it into practice. All right, let's build our token interface. So we will be creating two components. One, the first is to display our token balance, and the other one would be the token transfer. Alright, I already copy and pasted the code of the tutorial, so let's run it through. Alright, so things you need to notice is this line. So first is the user account from WACME. It gave us the connected wallet addresses. And this hook will automatically update when users connect or disconnect your wallet. And next one, those use careful contract read as I have told you before. This is the magic. So this hook will automatically fire your my token contract from the deployment files, and it calls the balance of function with the user address. So the return it data in React friendly format, and is also watch for the blockchain for changes or automatic updates. All right, now for the transfer components. So use scaffold contract right here is our main functions. So meaning it automatically validates that users is on the correct network or not, and it also asks for the user wallets for signing the transactions or approval. So it also show the loading states while the transactions is pending and displaying success or error toast on notification. So yeah, they handles all of the complex transactions lifecycle. So it does all the work. All right, now let's build our NFT interface. So this will show the NFT collection statistic and allow users to mint. So let's notice how we are making multiple contract reads like simultaneously, and each contract read hook work independently. So for example, the total supply tell us how many NFT exist in the entire collection, and the balance of tell us how many NFTs the current users owns. So both update automatically when new NFT are mint. And here we have the scaffold contract right to mint the NFT to yourself or to someone else. All right, let's update our main page to include all three components that we already did. And then you can see your app in actions. All right, so now you should see three beautiful cards. First one show your token balance. Second one for sending tokens to other addresses. And here's your NFT collections, which showing the collection stats and minting. All right, so your front end is fully connected to your deployed smart contract from week one. Let's test it out. Here we have some random recipient and some random amount. Let's click transfer, see how it goes. All right, so the MetaMask pop up a prompt for us to confirm that we want to interact and transfer the token. Make sure to take a deep look at the things on the wallet, such as what network are you on, which contract are you sending to, which contract you're interacting with, how much is the network fee, and yeah, let's click confirm. All right, I think we already token transfer successful. Let's try to reload and see if the balance update. Yes, we have transferred some amount of the tokens. Let's try that with the NFT minted. There you go. So I've mint test 2 times and I own one. And let's check the transactions. We're using the mint method. The fee is not much in the nodes. Let's click confirm to see what happens. Right, usually it takes some time for the hook to refresh the latest data. So if you want to like push it faster, you can just reload the page to get the newest data. All right, congratulations, you have successfully built a full stack Web3 application. So let's deploy it on Vercel on Netlify by following the attached tutorial that we have included in the week 2. And also don't forget to tweet. If you have any issue, feel free to join the Telegram group. And finally, don't forget to submit your challenge. Thank you. Happy coding.